Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Come on, fellas.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 55. Check 55. Mike. Marcus, defense, Marcus.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
On 2nd down, Minshew. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Richard. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
10-2 stop. Ready, go. Now.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Minshew. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On the draw, Richard. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 5-9.
Mike 47. We got it. Shit.
You're good. Mike 4, ready. Ready, set.
Breeze now on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Check. 21.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet.
Check out 21. Easy, opposite. Tonight.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. That Breeze lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Hey, Alpha. Go. Get it.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now this one complete on the slant route. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the whip. He's checking.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 70, Indy.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Running it with Armstead. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Gardner Minshew, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Breeze. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Right. Waiting. Hey, Chill. Check. Hey, echo. Hey, easy.
Breeze now on first down. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Breeze now to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Here we go. Hey, easy.
Breeze to throw again. And that's complete to Sanders. 23 yards on the play. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 15-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now, Breeze again. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now this throw caught left side. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. They'll find his running back here, Richard. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Minshew, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 22 yards there, a first down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Four-fours to Mike. Mike's four-fours.
Yeah. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 44 to Mike. 45.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew, and he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now!
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that will be incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Now Breeze will bring his guys to the line to go for 2. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On first down, Breeze. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Yeah, this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. It's a big one there for the Vikings. An even 50 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? From the gun, it's Breeze. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Breeze will bring his guys to the line to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw again on second down, Minshew.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 11. Check. Hey, kill. Hey, easy.
Breeze now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Kill. Hey, team six. Here we go.
Now Breeze on third down. And that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From just shy of midfield, Minshew. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Check three.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off. The 36. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Richard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Crunch time, defense.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Bofo's to Mike. Mike's Bofo. Too little, Cat. 44's to Mike. 44's to Mike. You gonna get that?
Minshew, 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out to Richard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there. Second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On second down, Minshew nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Rip right, rip right. Bofo's to Mike. Go.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. Okay, bring up 48. Two. Hey, Charlie. Gun.
Following the interception, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Bravo. Gun.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Well, he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
44's to Mike.
Hey, no, easy.
Don't get nervous.
Hey, Haywood.
No.
From the gun, here's Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the two-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Minshew sets to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll roll it under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. Wide, get wide. Under 10, under 10. Gun. Switch. Say, 300. First. Slam. Go. Gun.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
14, spill. Leave it. Bring up 48. Rush in. Gun. Check. Crouch.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throwing left side, it's complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me, and I think a lot of the times
it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Complete to Emmanuel Sanders. Touchdown, Minnesota.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
48. 44. Black. Mike, 44.
Cousins again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
Okay.
their own 32-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Richard, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How've they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Minshew. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Richard trying the right side. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
Gun. Quaker Omaha.
Cousins now from the 50. Going right side here, and that's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
300. Hey, wahoo. Joker. Gun.
Throwing here, Cousins. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. Gun.
Here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Letting one go deep for the end. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Gun.
Again, it's Cousins. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Hey, seam six. Gun.
Motion. Reset.
One time.
Fourth down, Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Switch it. No. Off. Watch twist. Kill.
Ringo 48. Good routes here. Hey, Delta. Gun.
Watch out.
From the red zone now, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Cousins here to throw. And it'll be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. On first down, Richard, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. One final shot. They'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a